camp at Jefferson Patterson Park. I was able to go there because I was awarded a scholarship from the Calvert 4-H All-Stars. I was so amazed that I was awarded that scholarship and was able to go. It was such an amazing learning experience too, but I'll get into that later. One of the first questions that was on the board when I walked in the room was, what is a watershed? And I thought to myself, what is a watershed? And then I later learned that a watershed is any rain, like in the Chesapeake Bay watershed area, any rain that comes down onto your parking lots, your driveways, your lawns, and all that and such. And it all washes down into little streams and creeks that you see that runs along your house and all the streets and stuff. And that all eventually leads out into the Potomac River and the Patuxent River. And then from there, it leads out into the Chesapeake Bay and then thus out into the Atlantic Ocean. And then another question was topography. What does that mean? And I know a lot of words, but topography, that's a pretty big word. So I sat there and thought again. And again, I learned that topography is the study of hills and mountains and any landform that involves higher or lower. We used this at camp on a hill that was outside of our base, as you can call it. We used a flag, fishing line, ruler, a level, and, well, we used our bodies too. We put the spot at the bottom of the hill and we put a flag and we put the fishing line out until it was level with the ground. And then we put a flag and we went up and up and up until we got how many feet it was. We had to guess. I guessed 8 feet, but it was actually 10. I was really close. We also used things called GPS, Global Positioning Systems. We had to go around Jefferson Patterson Park finding our candy clues. I was pretty good at that until I messed up once and our team was on the other side of the camp. That didn't work out too well. Also, jellyfish. There's many types of jellyfish. At first I thought, well, they can all sting you, they hurt. But there's not. There's actually 2 that I know of that you can pick up, and they're actually pretty cool. They feel like jello. One is a moon jellyfish, and they feel like a bowl effect, and they're really cool. The other one is my favorite. It's a cone jellyfish. It's very shiny, and when the sunlight or the moonlight hits it, you can see the rainbow effect. It looks really cool to see a jellyfish that isn't stinging you and it has a rainbow effect. Also, there's a kind that I don't like, and I'm sure you don't like either. It's called the sting jellyfish. At least that's what I call them. They sting really bad, but I didn't get a chance to figure that out because I didn't get stung by one, thankfully. Also, we use the sheen net. That is a net where 2 people on each end of the net. You're holding a stick, and there's a net in the middle. You wade out into the water, and then you sit there and you're going like this, and you're sending up all the dirt and the little creatures that are in the water, and you put them into the net, and you gotta hoist the net up, bring it back to shore, and see what you catch. Of course, we got a whole bunch of sand, mud, and seaweed. We also caught a lot of crabs and fish, and it was really cool to see. We collected all that we caught, and we counted it all up. We also planted grass where the invasive species have taken over on some of the beaches. We went to another beach where the regular species that's native to this area was abundant. We picked a few, put it in a big bucket, and then we brought it over to the other beach. We plucked up the invasive species, threw that aside, and we planted the regular species. And we also did that in the water and some other things, and it was very fun. And you're probably sitting there thinking, Wyatt, how did you get all over Jefferson Patterson Park at this thing? One word, Bob. Big, oblong bus. Bob is really cool because he's a big oblong bus, of course, and it's solar powered. It's a big solar powered bus. When it got a little cloudy, Bob didn't want to go up the hills. Also, at the end of the week, if we were very good, we got to go out on a boat. I got to drive the boat. We might have went a little off course when I started driving, but I got to drive the boat. It was a big oyster boat. We started dredging. We actually caught some oysters, so we got to pick through them. We had to throw the small ones out, and then we got to keep some of the bigger ones. There was actually a couple crabs. I might have got pinched once or twice. And then I might have got a little seasick when we were sitting there, but I just remembered, look at the horizon, and it was all good. Of course, my favorite part, if you know me, I love food. My favorite part was lunch. We had a choice of going to the beach, staying where we were, or eating out in the field. Since it was pretty hot, most of us just choose to go to the beach. And after we finished eating, which is we ate real fast, we went out into the water. Of course we went into the water. It was very fun. Some days there is high tide, and some days there is low tide. The beach is very different. I got to see the many changes of the beach in the Patuxent River. Of course, we went swimming, and if you ask me, would you recommend this camp to go again? Of course, I would say yes, I would love to go any day of the week. Thank you. Any questions?